screen though, instead of me.
Oh, okay. I can make it go side by side.
Yes. Like I see you, you're just a little picture in the bottom here. I want to see
Okay.
you more than me.
Okay, I will fix that. Here we go. There we go. Is that better?
That'll work.
Okay. Well, we are live now on Facebook. Hey, everybody in ER Shred. We are here with Charlene Noel. Do you like to go by Charlene Noel? Because it says that on Facebook, but then it says Feenstra.
Yeah, Charlene Noel Feenstra, full name. I go with all or just
all of them.
Name or all of them. Doesn't matter.
Okay, awesome. Okay, let me just make sure I have my everything set up here. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Charlene, for being here. We are, so for any of you who are not familiar with what we're doing here, this is the 5 questions interview that I've been doing with various members of our community so that we can get more of an inside look at who each member is. It's kind of fun to be able to have this 30-minute conversation where I get to ask you these 5 questions and we get to know Charlene on a more personal level, beyond all the ER Shred stuff, because this is how we're like connecting through this protocol and how it's been really changing our lives. But I would love to know more about you. So why don't you start, Charlene, by telling us, introduce yourself, tell us where you live, married, single, all that stuff. And even I like people to describe their personality traits. So go ahead.
Okay. Well, first of all, thanks for having me, Crystal. And my name's Charlene Feenstra. I live in a small town in southern Alberta, Canada. Have always been in Canada, most of my life in Alberta. Married going on 32 years. My husband is a trucker. We have 2 girls. They're both married. Got 3 grandkids. My personality trait, I'm a type 1 on the Enneagram. If anybody doesn't know what that is, it's a perfectionist. And I had to write a few things down because I struggle. Like I'm such a stickler for details. I'm responsible and exacting. I have high standards for myself. I work very hard on myself. I'm disciplined and strive to be good and honorable and live with purpose. So that is my personality. I am also an extrovert. Yeah, I kind of lie in the middle. I feed off of people, yet they can exhaust me too. So I kind of lie in the middle, mostly an extrovert, though I love people. And on that note, I deal with people almost every day. I'm a retail clerk with Canada Post, and I'm a client advocate for the Pregnancy Care Center. I do my husband's trucking books. I watch grandkids. I'm a wellness consultant with Isogenics. I'm a blogger. Have a couple of websites. So that's kind of what I do. And
oh, that's so great. I didn't know that. So how long have you been blogging?
Just started in January.
Oh, awesome. What are you blogging about?
Just life stuff.
Yeah.
And kind of trying to reach like women of all ages, 18 to 70, and it's just real life stuff. And I don't plan it too far in advance because I kind of go with kind of what moves me that week and kind of maybe what we're dealing with, maybe through the seasons or occasions or it will just come to me. I pray about it and it comes to me and then I just flow with it.
Oh, I love that. That's kind of how I've operated as well when it comes to my blog and my podcast. It's usually, I don't think too much in advance about what the next episode's going to be about. It's more of like, what am I feeling this week? What's going on in my life? What lessons am I learning?
Right. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's nice to have some, it's kind of like my online journal of sorts, you know?
Yes, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's a good
Yeah.
way of thinking of it. Yeah.
That's so awesome. So besides health and nutrition, is so you said you know all these things that you do. What do you think and would you say that's like your passion right now is your the blogging and you know being a health coach and all of that, like, or are there other little projects that
It
you
is.
have going
Well,
on?
I would say that that's what I'm most passionate about, just because those are the ways I can bring value to people, how I can serve them. And that's, yeah, that's kind of what I'm
I
going with.
like that. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's really awesome. So now let's go into like the visualization aspect. I think this is one of my favorite parts where I can hear you describe in full detail how you see your life within the next 5 or 10 years and yeah, I just think it's fun to imagine that.
Right. Well, I'm not an extravagant person. I don't long or dream about big, extravagant things. I'm pretty simple, pretty simple. The older I get, the more simple things satisfy me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, in the next 5 years, I would love to, I visualize more financial freedom, possibly traveling more, optimal health. I've got all my health issues under control, and just financial freedom would be huge to take care of a lot of things that we would like to take care of and the hobbies that we would like to more pursue. And yeah, I don't dream for the fancy vehicles, or even though we have many renos we would like to do here, or possibly build a new house. But I want to continue to be healthy and strong for my kids, my grandkids. I just
Yeah.
want to live a comfortable life and just be able to just breathe and not be stressed every month, right? There's always
Yeah.
months at the end of the paycheck, it seems, right? And
Yeah.
I just don't want to live like that anymore. Mm-hmm.
Mm, yeah. And when you talked about your hobbies, I would love to know a little bit more about hobbies that you have, that if you did have more of the financial freedom that you could pursue those a little bit more. What are they?
Well, myself, I love planting. I love flowers and plants. I would like to do some landscaping.
Oh.
And it's kind of a family joke that, like, every year when spring comes, I head to the greenhouses, and I go there many multiple trips.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, it's kind of an ongoing joke each year.
For your yard or plants for your
Yes,
house?
yes, my deck, my yard, yeah, and it gets a little bit more each year. And I
Yeah.
would just really like to do, I have big ideas in our yard that I would like to, that's kind of my thing. I like doing crafts with
Mhm.
flowers. But we also have an old car. We have an old 55 Buick, and my husband has a couple old trucks that he's fixing up. But he's so busy with his trucking. He's not home a lot. And his little dreams are sitting outside and in the shop, kind of because he never gets to pursue them. And if we had some financial freedom, that he could take a little more time on those hobbies, because we love to go on road trips with the old car, and we go to car shows and show and shines, and that's our thing. Those are the things we love to do together.
Oh, I like that. Yeah,
Mhm.
I agree. It's nice to um when you think about the hobbies, it's really just comes down to time, having
Yep.
the time for those things, and then that's where the financial freedom comes into
Yep.
play. It's like not necessarily about all the fancy cars and nice things, but just to have the time
Yeah.
to do these things. I agree. That's invaluable right there.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Well, now I would love to hear a little bit about your, you know, credentials, like some of the things that you've done and cool things that you've accomplished or succeeded at over the years and what you're most proud of. I'd love to hear all of it.
Wow. Wow. So just think in 53 years of my life. Wow. I actually, I wanted to be a stewardess is what we used to call them. I don't know what they're called now.
Just a
Airplane
flight attendant.
or flight attendant, I guess.
Yeah.
That was my passion. I wanted to travel the world, speak different languages.
Yeah.
But after I graduated, I went to look into this, and I wasn't tall enough.
What?
Seriously, you
Oh,
had to
I
be
guess
at
I
least
guess you
5'7".
do have to be a certain height to be above
You
the
did.
seats, right?
You did. Like I'm 5'5".
Oh, not anymore?
Isn't short.
Yeah.
But it used to be 5'7" and 125 pounds. There was
Oh.
and you had to speak at least 2 languages. I
Oh.
was willing to learn Spanish and French. But yeah, I wasn't tall enough and I wasn't quite small enough. I was 136 and they wanted 125. And that was in the 80s.
Oh my gosh. But it's not like that anymore, is it?
It's not like that anymore.
Okay. What about heights? Do you still have to be a certain height?
No, I have been on many planes over the years and I've seen a lot of short, stockier people. And so I'm thinking those credentials have definitely changed. So,
man, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
I know. So that really, I changed things up, and I was pretty good at secretarial stuff, accounting stuff. And so I thought, well, I guess I'll go that route. So I actually went to college for secretarial arts. And that's kind of what I pursued then. I did books, I did receptionist work, bookkeeping, right? Just all the secretarial kind of stuff. I did it for years. I was an administrative assistant for a grain company for many years. But I got tired of sitting at a desk. I just got tired of sitting in front of a screen and I thought there's got to be more to life out there. I want to be more active. I want to deal more directly with lots of people rather than be stuck in an office. So I just really switched gears and I went to work at a bookstore, which was like mindless, but it was so much fun.
Oh,
I worked there until they closed. Then, I really started to I was with CJ before, so we moved over into Isogenics.
Okay.
From CJ, that wellness.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I was really starting to, I think I maybe want to do this so I can set my own hours and do my own thing and really, really focus on my health. And so I just kind of, turned a curve there. But in the meantime, while I'm doing all this, I started working for Canada Post and being a client advocate with the Pregnancy Care Center. So I've taken many courses to do all those things too.
Oh.
I smoked for 25 years and I haven't smoked for 10 years. And it's one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's a huge I mean, that's something to be proud of. I mean, I've just heard how hard that is too. Like one of the hardest things to give up.
Yeah, it was. So I feel really good about that. I will never turn back and be a smoker again. I'm quite proud of myself for that because I set a date and I just did it and I've never looked back. And that was 10 years ago. And in the meantime,
crazy.
In the meantime, now I can enjoy more things I used to. I smoking a lot of your time and energy and money.
I never thought about that. Well, definitely money, but I guess it does require, you got to go outside most of the time.
Yeah. And just the things that you did when you smoked, right? So your phone calls, like every time you'd hop on the phone and pour a coffee, well, that initiated a cigarette, right? So just having to change my whole mindset.
Yes. Oh, I would love to know more how you did that. Like, do you have any quick tips you could share for people who might be struggling with any kind of addiction?
I just had to. So my favorite smoke of the day was that first one in the morning. You get up, have a cup of coffee, walk outside, light up that cigarette. Now I do devotions in the morning after I get my coffee.
Yeah. So you switch it with something else.
Yep. something, but it had to be something positive, right?
Yeah. Not
And
like
not
a
a,
food or a treat or
yes,
something. Yeah.
yes. So I get my coffee, I do my devotions, I'll put a little post on my social media, and I go do my exercises. So I fill those times, and I try and be on the phone very little. I mean, that's gotten way better. It's been 10 years already, so I've got it mastered now. But the phone
Uh-huh.
was really hard. I would pace around my island in my kitchen while I was on the phone. And I'd
Like
fiddle.
on the phone talking with people
Yeah,
or
because I
for
would be
work?
smoking at this time, right?
Oh, okay. Wait, for work? Talking on the phone for
No,
work
like
or
talking
just
on the phone,
talking to
period.
people? Oh, really? So whenever you'd like have a conversation on the phone with anybody, like friends or family,
Yep.
it would be a
I would,
habit to smoke at the same time.
yeah. So I would stay in the
Oh.
house, and I would do laps around my island, and I would nibble on pen ends and just, yeah. I've gotten past that now. I don't do laps around my island anymore. I can actually sit and talk on the phone now. But that
Yeah.
was a huge hurdle to overcome. Yeah.
So, how long did it take until it wasn't hard anymore?
Probably 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like the first 6 weeks were like horrible, of course.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just you just kind of took it one day at a time. And then 1 week at a time, and then 1 month at a time. And it just, yeah, I guess like anything, right? Like eating
Mm-hmm.
and alcoholism, it's just, and you're just, yay, we got
Yeah.
through another week or another, a
Another
milestone.
day even. Yeah, just
Yeah.
one
And
day
then
at a
after the
time.
first year, it was like, wow, like that's awesome, right? And then
Yeah.
yep.
Oh, that is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad you mentioned that because I think that that can really apply to a lot of people within our community because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of everyone has some kind of an addiction.
Yep.
But I
Yep.
think with ER Shred, we're talking a lot about food addictions and things like that. But but yeah, I think it's always helpful to hear how people overcame such a
Mm-hmm.
strong addiction. Just hearing
Mm-hmm.
how you've done it is just like really inspiring. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. I was also scared after I quit smoking that I was going to pile all this weight on too, right?
Oh, and how did that go?
I did the first year. I put on probably 10, 12 pounds. It wasn't huge because then
Hmm.
again, I tried to fill my time with other things, right? Exercise, walking.
Yeah.
Um, but I was snacky because things really started to taste good.
Oh,
Hmm.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like my taste buds changed. It was funny, but
Oh,
that I got that all back. I just had to find my place, right? I just had
yeah.
to find my groove.
Yeah. So,
But
well, I don't want to finish with this list. Let's keep going. What else are you proud of when it comes to your past or things that you've done?
wow, I used to struggle a lot with it, like self-esteem. And I was always a worrier, just such a worrier. Just had to be controlling. And if I wasn't in control of it, I would just worry myself sick. I think I've grown so much in not only my faith walk, but just with how I see myself. And because I'm really hard on myself, I'm probably harder than I have fluctuated in weight over the years, and I'm hard on myself. I'm not very nice to myself sometimes because it's not anyone around me that said, "Oh boy, you've really packed on the pounds, eh?" Or my husband saying, "Yeah, yeah, I'm not attracted to you anymore." No, it's actually quite the opposite. But what I seen in the mirror, and what just even hearing my voice and just seeing the things that I'm struggling with, I'm giving myself more grace now. I really am, and I'm just trying to embrace the seasons
Yeah.
because I've been in many of them over the years, and
Yeah.
this is a whole new one again with this new health journey I'm on. So,
Hmm.
but I feel like when I look back, I'm like, wow, have I ever gone through the hoops and hurdles and of trying to be something that I wasn't, and that life will only be good if I'm 130 pounds, and
Yeah.
right, to get it all together, then I can
Mhm.
start living, right? I've
Yes.
learned that isn't true, and I can live right now and use what I have right now.
Yeah.
So
that is like such a good life lesson. It's one I think we can all relate to. It's like we always think that, well, once I get this and this and this and
yep,
this, then I can start living like you said.
yep,
But just that realization that, wait a minute, I can actually be happy right now.
yep,
Takes some effort on my
yeah, it
part,
does.
a lot of
Yep,
mindset stuff, but
yep.
for sure it's possible.
Hmm.
I love that.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share?
Well, I'm just, yeah, like I said, I'm on this new health journey, but I'm trying not to be down on myself with it. I have been diagnosed with Hashimoto's,
Oh yeah.
and I am shredding again because it's been off again, on again the last few months.
Yeah. Because you
Because
got sick. If you guys haven't watched that one coaching session that we did, she got COVID, no, pneumonia,
yep,
and then COVID too, was it?
yep,
Yeah.
yep,
And so that set you back a little bit with your shred journey,
yep,
but you're trying to embrace it and learn the lessons that come from it and just yeah. What
yep.
else are you learning about that whole situation? Where are you at now as far as that
Well,
goes?
so I just had a checkup, and yeah, we not only just thought I had hypothyroidism, which I guess my body was under such stress last summer when I got sick. It just so my immune system shut my thyroid down. We didn't know this at the time, though. We've only just recently discovered this is why I've gained weight. This is why I'm so tired. So I've got things I need to stay away from, like gluten and dairy, but I didn't have a lot of gluten anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Dairy, I like coffee cream in my coffee. I'm not a
Yeah.
huge dairy eater, but there is some modifications I need to take and a fair amount of supplements that I'm on right now to get all my levels up.
Mm.
So that's a bit different for me. So I am trying. This will be the first shred I've done in the last couple months since I've been on all these supplements, and
Yeah.
I'm gaining my energy back.
Oh, good.
So I'm excited that I could do the shred with success and
Oh, good. That's so
get
awesome to hear that. And also, I'm sure relatable because I have talked with quite a few people who, have either gotten injured or something has happened and it's frustrating because they're like, no, I was doing so good. I was like
I
on,
know.
yeah. And then something happens and it just
Yep.
throws you off and you're just
Yeah,
like,
it does.
you got to learn how to adapt and be flexible
Yep.
and resilient.
Yeah, and see, that was us. I was shredding, my husband was shredding. We looked and felt amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
we were like last July, we were like, I look back at pictures and I'm like, man, we looked good. We felt good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just so it just kind of knocked me down a peg, but I'm gonna be okay. It's gonna I'm thinking positive, and there's gonna be healing, and I'm gonna be in a better place than I even was before. I can feel it.
Oh, that's so awesome. I love to hear your optimism and yeah, just the belief that it's coming back around and
Mhm.
that's just we all have to go through these different seasons of
Yeah,
life that throw us off course and cause us to I do think it can be a good thing. It's just hard because
I
we
know.
liked how things were going so smoothly and
No.
so well and then but then we learn a lot of lessons through
Yeah.
these things. So I like to hear what you've been learning and how you've been overcoming all of that that's kind of messed with your whole mindset as well.
Mhm.
So I love that. Well, let's finish with you telling us a little bit about um I really like to understand all the different beliefs. It's been a really fascinating journey for me ever since we left our really orthodox religion and
Yep.
now opening up my mind to just embracing all different kinds of beliefs because I used to
Yep.
believe that my belief was the best and that I needed
Yeah.
to convert
Yeah.
everybody to that. And
Yeah.
now I'm like,
Yeah. Of course.
whoa, like I just
Yep.
was so closed off to so many beautiful ways of looking at life because I just always thought that I was right and everybody else was wrong. So now it's just such a fun question for me to ask each person, like, what are your beliefs and what do you believe the purpose of life is and what gets you out of bed in the morning?
Well, I am a Christian, and I believe the purpose of life is to love and be loved, serve and be served. I think we can be the best we can be with the gifts we've been given to serve others. I think it's not all about us. And some of us are quite selfish and self-centered. And I think it needs to be more outwards. We have so much to give to those around us. And we were given gifts and experiences to share and heal others. And so I believe every day is a new, fresh day to start that and to live purposefully, like, because we were made for a purpose, on purpose. And I get excited every day to get up, just because I don't know what the day is going to bring. But I love life and I love living it. I'm very fortunate. I don't deal with depression, because I know there's a lot of people that do right now. But I don't, and I'm quite optimistic. And I look forward every day to a cup of coffee and just being in relationship, because that's what it's all about. That's what I think anyway.
That's beautiful. I love that. Thank you so much, Charlene. It's been nice to just sit with you. Next time we really should have a cup of coffee.
Yes, that would be.
But I'm trying to limit myself to only one first thing in the morning. So but I'll get some bone broth, and but I feel like these 5 questions interviews is just like as if you and I were just sitting down for a cup of coffee, and I got to just get to know you a little bit better. So thank you for being willing to be on. But it's like, I understand too, it's a little bit different because other people are listening in. So it's sometimes a little nerve-wracking, but at the same time, our community is so awesome and so accepting and loving that I feel comfortable being on live videos anytime I'm talking to this community, because it's just such a loving, accepting space. So that's what I love about our community. But again, thank you for your time, and thank you for letting us get to know you better, and we'll keep seeing you in the group.
Yeah.
All right. You have a good day, Charlene.
I will. You too.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.